So tell us a little bit about the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Who are you trying to help? What are you trying to do?
We are trying to make sure that every child in our community that needs a mentor has a mentor. That is what we're all about, creating the highest quality volunteer-based mentoring programs for kids.
If you could describe Big Brothers Big Sisters in 2 or 3 words, what would they be?
Friendship, mentoring, and caring.
Those are great words to choose. So how young can a child be to be involved in the program?
Typically, I would say the average child gets involved between the ages of 7 and 12.
And how long would they have a big brother or big sister?
When it really clicks for the child and for the volunteer, it can last years. And I would say the average for our agency is about 4 to 5 years.
Oh, wow.
But we have some that we're very proud of some stories that are, a big and a little relationship started when the child's 6, 7, 8 years old. And then we hear these stories about the big being invited to be the best man at their little brother's wedding and things like that.
Cool.
So that's, to be honest, just few and far between to get that lifelong, but it does happen. It's not what we set out to do, but it's certainly nice when we hear about these stories.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many big brothers or sisters would you have? How many littles would you have in a given month or in a given year in your program at any time?
We're serving about 270 children and youth across the Georgian Triangle region at this time.
Okay.
So we serve 5 different communities or municipalities.
Yeah.
In our community program, that big little mentoring program, at the moment we have about 30 matches because it is by far our most challenging program to maintain and grow because it's such a special commitment that the bigs, the volunteers, make to us. And there are just as many kids on that waiting list at the moment as there is being served. This is our #1 challenge, period. We want to get that waiting list down, but the reality is the better job we do, the better stories and reputation are out there, and so it never ends.
So if someone was thinking about getting involved as a volunteer, how would they go about doing that?
Well, the best way to do it is to just stop by our office at 74 Hume Street and come and have a face-to-face conversation with myself or one of the staff.
So what words of encouragement would you give to someone who's thinking about maybe getting involved?
I would really just say, do not undervalue the difference you can make in a child's life. No matter your age, your background, everyone has something to offer. It's about sharing your time, whether you've got maybe an hour a month to spare or maybe a couple hours a week.
And what would be some final words you'd love to just share with us as a congregation about Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, I think it's fantastic that the church has shown a particular interest in our organization because we really believe that we are one of the leading children's charities in town, and we're both doing great work with children and youth. So I think it's important that we look at having these conversations to see where we might be able to collaborate or work together down the road. It's important to know what each other are doing.
Jarvis, I just want to say thank you on behalf of New Life because it's obvious that you're not just doing this because it's a job, but you're passionate about it, and we can see that. I picked that up as we've sat here talking here this morning, and so thank you for your passion and for the things that you're doing in our community to help these young boys and girls to really hopefully grow up into flourishing young men and women.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me on.